Hello, Future Roach here. I just wanted to apologize for taking so long in between videos, between the holidays and moving. It's just been hard to find time, and on top of that, I've actually been taking note of a lot of your suggestions and trying to download some mods. Nothing game-changing, just replay mod and that sort of a thing. And it's taken me a little while to get used to it, because I've just I've never been able to use mods before. I've never done it. So, just wanted to apologize. Thank you again for watching. So let's get on to the show. Hello, this is Roach and welcome back once again. And you'll notice I am in a hole. And that's all because, perhaps you can hear it there and see it in the words on the corner there. It's all because of this. See, I've started just a little bit of an iron farm to help, hopefully, with some future projects. Now, if I go through the maze, here we have the inner workings. And this, of course, is not of my own design. It's of a design. I found a YouTube tutorial. I've got it listed in the description. But it actually works quite well, super easy. Because I built it in the desert, it makes it a little bit of a pain. But why don't I go on out and show you. And here it is. Of course, you see it working there. Just super simple. Hole in the ground, villagers down below with a zombie, and then here is the collection system. It's actually connected down below there. Let's see if I can get it. Nope, can't quite. Only accessible down from below. But regardless, it gives me enough iron for exactly what I'm needing, which is going to be railways, rail lines, and iron pickaxes for now, at the very least, because I've done a little bit of clearing. This area right here is going to be the entrance of basically the very first, well, the start of the first mega build. Now, of course, I did see your comments on the last video and noted I actually really like some of the suggestions that you gave. I will be trying that, probably not this episode though. I am several thousand blocks away from home. But let's get this thing started, and then I'll head back, hopefully back home, to finish up the starter house, and then I'll start working on this, which I believe is going to be my industrial district. Of course, this is going to take quite a bit of clearing, but in order to build the building around all of my farms, I'm actually going to need a lot of this material anyways. Now, I had mentioned before that I really like the idea of building world wonders. Now, of course, by the wonders, I'm not necessarily talking about the 7 wonders of the world, but really just architectural marvels, beautiful things that were built in the past. And this is going to be no exception. It's not going to be a carbon copy, but we're going to start it off. So let's see if you can guess what exactly I'm building here. It is desert themed. I will tell you, it's not a pyramid, but maybe you can guess it. But in the meantime, let's start a time lapse, and we're going to get the very beginning done. And here we have just the beginning. Now, if you recognize this concept anyways, you might recognize it as looking kind of like the Great Temple of Ramses II at Abu Simbel. I think I pronounced that right. Of course, this means that there's a whole lot of work to do because the temple wasn't actually just built on flat land like this. Instead, it was reliefed into a big mountain, or a relief rather, which they later moved in about 1968 when they made a dam. That, of course, needs to go. Now, this was a pain to build, especially since I still only have iron pickaxes. So after I go back to my starter house, I've actually got about 35 diamonds there. I will make diamond armor, make diamond pickaxes, make it to the nether, the end, and then hopefully get an elytra. And hopefully by that point, I will begin to start a villager trading hall. Once again, it's going to take time, but I think we can get there. And we are back, and now that I'm here, it doesn't look quite as bad as I remember it. Of course, there were some very, very good suggestions, specifically on that as well as the inside, but we'll get to the inside in a second. And those two suggestions were revolving around this and this. The spruce trapdoor and cut copper stairs. So let's go ahead and try and see how both of those look, and we'll make a decision from there. And here is option number 1. It's definitely a lot better. Let me get a little bit farther out. It's definitely a lot better than my initial chunky one. And I think after it turns completely green, it's going to look even better. It might still be a bit too chunky though. So let me take a look at the spruce trapdoor and we'll see about it after that. And let's see what we've got here with the spruce trapdoors. I think I like that. The spruce was definitely a good touch. You can't see the campfire back behind. That's really what the problem with the oak trapdoors were. But I think this is absolutely perfect. And now it's time for working on the interior, making that look just a little bit better. And now for the interior. Done a little bit of work. I still wouldn't say it's perfect, but it is a whole lot better. Here we have, this essentially stays the same. Adding a little bit of sconces. Plants was a really good idea. Somebody in the comments had mentioned it in the other video. Same with these. I'd like to eventually hide certain lights, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do that. This stays the exact same. It is the unfinished area. And now we're actually going to go up to the top, which I don't think you've seen. Maybe you have, but regardless. And here we have it. Just a little bit more color, a little bit of supports here. And then once again, just some plants. Of course, here is where the enchanter is going to eventually go. And then I wish there was a way to just put a little chair or something here. But for now, this will work. And then of course, if you look outside here, you'll notice that I have these here, and I will eventually get those all grown up and hopefully blocking out the less ideal view over there. Now here, I just wanted to show you just how much of a problem I was having with really this whole process. I had found a spawner, just a little zombie spawner, and then, of course, ended up killing myself. And then that guy just coming up the stairs, one of the most terrifying moments of my life. I have, maybe not of my life, that's a little bit dramatic, but still. You see, I had like my diamond pickaxe down there. I had everything there. And at this point, I thought I was safe. Now, dumb person that I am, I decided I would go in and try to get stuff instead of just blocking the hole. And at this point, yeah, almost death. But it worked all right. So this was just a classic example of me being really just a absolutely terrible Minecrafter. But, you know, I had fun, and eventually we we got it all bottled up. You know, especially here, it's half a miracle I didn't die. Especially right there. And then from here, it was just a simple process. But now, I had eventually done something even dumber. Right after that, I forgot to turn on my microphone. So this is going to be a little voiceover for this part. I did find my pickaxe again, so I decided I would first try to enchant it. Of course, an Unbreaking 3. Trying a sword, it didn't have the enchants that I wanted. Those were really the two that I was curious about. So let's see what we get there. Efficiency 4, Unbreaking 3. I wish it had Fortune. Beggars can't be choosers. That's just about the best that I can do. But, I mean, ideally, at this point, it's just me trying to go into the nether. I'm kind of limited as to what I can do without the enchantments, without a bunch of XP, without an elytra. So I need to go there. I need to beat the Ender Dragon, and there's going to be a lot of deaths in the process. You saw how the last clip went. So, next episode. And that's just about all that I've got time for today. Once again, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate all of you watching. If you liked it, feel free to like. If you didn't, feel free to tell me in the comments exactly why you didn't. And I will see you again next time. Bye.